And that's another thing. How the hell am I, as an Israelite woman, supposed to find a law keeping man when a good 50 to 67% of Israelite men are polygynous, adulterous, mongering men underneath the surface? Now, don't get me wrong, I got the spirit and I listen to the Most High, and He would tell me, not to mess with somebody because He can see ahead, kind of like He told me with the first husband, and I ain't listen. But I learned my lesson, and I will be listening going forward, henceforth and forevermore. The point of saying that is just the fact that the pickings are slim. The other thing I've noticed is a lot of the women who actually have men who understand equity, just weights and balances, and are not trying to oppress a woman, they're men who were already married before they actually began observing Torah. If you come into this walk single, it's like we're doomed. That's all I'm saying. We're not literally doomed. There's some out there, but it's not as many as a lot of these women out here. Who are y'all trying to convince, by the way? Trying to gaslight us and convince us that it's just something wrong with all the women. And it could never possibly be. We don't ever want to stop to consider that perhaps the men are the problem. We want to claim that they're heads and they're leaders. If you lead, you set the tone, right? But somehow it's always the women. It's always us choosing wrong. And it be women that's just as single as me out here trying to gaslight the rest of us into believing it's just so many good men somewhere hidden in a corner, somewhere in a nook and a cranny in the earth. Okay, sis. I'm just saying pickings are slim, man. And it's Bible. I don't know why people don't want to believe me about this. As long as men continue to try to act like Genesis and try to act like lawless, like pre-law, that was lawlessness in Genesis. As long as men keep trying to reclaim and relive Genesis, we gonna be single, sis. We's gonna be single, okay? Before you come in my comments trying to recommend other types of men or other faiths, don't bother. Because I promise you, I've been on a dating app for several years, on and off, because I get disgusted with the selection and how many men don't listen. They don't take what women say seriously. They don't respect boundaries. They don't respect consent or denial. They don't accept and respect rejection. Even if you put it very clearly in your profile, what you practice, what you believe, whatever, yada, yada, they don't care. They don't respect what women say. Already violating, what is that? Is it 1 Peter 3:7 that talks about taking heed to what your wife says, respecting what her input, that your prayers may not be hindered? These men already come disrespecting boundaries that are plainly stated in my profile. So I know you don't respect Yah's law. You don't respect none of Yah's word, laws or otherwise. Proverbs, wisdom, you don't respect none of it. If you can't even respect what I said right here in my profile, you're lawless. Period. Like, this is not even up for discussion. And it be men, let me tell you, because I'm black, y'all probably think, oh, she's just looking at black. No, I said all of them, and that's what I mean. Every type of every shade of every race, ethnicity, and faith. All of them, I'm not going to name them because I don't want to get this video clipped. All of them are lawless and not covenant-hearted. They're covenant-hearted men are a rarity, a hot commodity. I don't know why people keep trying to make it seem like there's just so many good men, good based on whose definition? What definition are y'all going off of? Because it ain't based on the scripture. And so you know that I looked it up on ChatGPT, right? Because I was just curious, like, hey, ChatGPT, go scour the internet and see, are other women having this issue? And, like, are there any chats or conversations? Yes, yes, yes. Thousands across, like, literally worldwide. That's what it told me. Worldwide, women are complaining about this same issue. It doesn't matter what woman, what faith, it doesn't matter. Regular women, agnostic, atheists, it doesn't matter. Women, thousands, worldwide are complaining that men do not take what women say seriously, don't listen, objectify us, yada, yada, yada. You get the gist. So this ridiculous narrative in, like, I don't know, is it just the black community? Is it just black women that are gaslighting other black women? Because Yeah, no, it can't be us if it's literally women across all nations, colors, creeds, ethnicities. Man, seriously, it can't be. Like at some point, you with internalized patriarchy and internalized misogyny, are going to have to acknowledge the truth, especially because in my community, it's no excuse for y'all to be passing around this false doctrine if you really are studying your scripture and you know the prophecies. Then it dawned on me the other day, our good sis, Bell Hooks, she wrote the book, what's it called? The Will to Change, Men, Masculinity, and Love. Back in, it was published first in 2003, December of 2003. I looked it up to see how old is this book. If a woman her age, she is passed on now, so that tells you how old she was when she wrote this book. If a woman her age could see it, could see the problem, call it out, wrote a whole book about it. She literally said in that book, because I read it, I listened to the audio version, and I remember her distinctly saying, like, once you start to really heal and divorce yourself from that patriarchy stuff and like start to see the truth of things and dynamics and stuff, and especially if you really are studying your scripture, patriarchy is like a parasite that has attached itself to scripture. It literally is parasiting off of it and trying to implicate itself as being biblical when it's not. And it's been doing it for centuries very cleverly. And so once you start to really study the scripture and then just look at life and look at the anecdotal information we have at our disposal, it makes no logical sense to keep holding on to those patriarchal ideas, and it actually makes no logical sense to keep trying to convince women that it's all you're the problem, it's all you, and the men just can't do anything wrong. It's utterly ridiculous. It's insanity. It's literally insanity to keep banging your head against that wall and trying to make the rest of us bang our head against that wall with you when women have been writing about this and studying it for years. Slim pickings, man. Slim pickings.